Welcome everyone to the PCM IMA stream here of the PCM World Cup 2024. Today we have the inline semifinals in the solo competition. Of course, there are just two groups here in the semis. Group A is Snake, Basso, Daniel Miko, Flagson, Leo Philandry, and T2 taking place of Ghosty today. This will be the IMA Center Court, which we will follow along here on this stream. And Group B will be Joe Whiteley, Kingmaker, Toinu, Ibra, Huli Cools, and Mendez. You can follow along the full action of Group B on the Sean Call 96 stream, and we will have intermittent updates here on the PCM IMA. And finally, let's go over the route for today's Inline semifinal. The first is a hill stage from Cartuja to La Chana. It has some cobbled climbs, a number of first categories, as well as two intermediate sprints before a downhill finish to the flat. We have a flat stage between Pau and Bayonne. Again, two major climbs in the middle of the stage there, which will be interesting for a number of riders who will be able to make it to the finish. Thankfully, it is not a pure flat from the end of those climbs till the end. That's a 208.1 kilometer stage. And then we see our final stage is the mountain stage up to Isola 2000. Two HC categorized climbs, a first category in the middle, as well as an intermediate sprint there. And it will be the most important stage of the day, the most KOM points, and hopefully lots of battles as we move, looking for the 6 finalists here in the PCM World Cup 2024. With that, we get ready for our two groups to get started here at 2:45. And or for folks in Europe, as I know many of you are, 8:45 here, and we will be started here shortly. It looks like in Group B, we are waiting on two players. Unsure they're in Group A, but we will leave it over to our other commentators to join shortly here on the PCM IMA stream. And good luck to our 12 competitors this evening. Ibra here. And the groups come back together officially with Toinu still with 6, Joe Whiteley still with 6, and Mendez still with 6 alongside Huli Cools. And here we are looking at Group A. We are approaching the top of the first categorized climb. There are 5 kilometers remaining, and Ibra is pushing at the front. We had a couple gaps on that first cobbled sector. Nothing obviously that stuck, but a few domestiques already dying. But important KOM points on offer here, and we will see the group attack to that first climb with 3 kilometers to go. And there has been a split, meaning all of the remaining riders of Huli Cools and Ibra are 26 seconds in front of the rest as it looks to come back together here shortly. But Aram Baru attacking for the points at the top. Will he be able to make it for Mendez? One kilometer to go, and Mendez still out in front, but all the others remaining looking like they're here to sprint. Will they get there? Will it be Ibra? Will it be Toinu? It will be Mendez ahead of Ibra and Toinu here at this KOM point. Let's take a look at the official standings. 10 points for Spain.
The pace is so high that a few riders are going to be very sore at the end of the day. He broke from the pack like a greyhound. A rider is taking his chance alone. attack? The group is slowly thinning out due to such a frantic pace.
Attack by Jai Hindley. Attack by Haig. Attack by Jack Haig.
Their front group is disorganized, and some riders are exploiting this opportunity to attack.
Matthews is off. Luke Durbridge is off.
The pace seems much too high for many riders. He's off on his own. The team sponsor won't be disappointed. Things are heating up in front. A courageous rider is looking to break away.
Adam Yates is off.
He's going to take them on by himself.
Adam Yates goes onto the attack.
A rider is looking to give the pack the slip.
Attack by Eduardo Sepulveda.
Have a different set of riders. As we are joined by the PCM IMA stream, we have a breakaway of 9 riders as we approach the second intermediate sprint. The first intermediate sprint was won by Toinu, taking a total of 20 points from his 3 riders. Joe Whiteley and Hooli Cools both took 9. They are the same teams which are attacking here out in front now with a different set of riders, but we do expect to see them reach the intermediate sprint. Toinu, these are his only 3 riders who can contest the stage left. The rest are dead behind the peloton. But we see this group of 9 pacing in front of the remaining riders in the peloton, which holds Ibra and Mendez and Kingmaker, who have all been pointless through the first 3 point giving opportunities of the stage. And we see approximately 6 kilometers to go here for the intermediate sprint. Mendez trying to get the back group to pace. I don't think it'll be enough with only 4 kilometers to go as we watch the front group sprinting. Well, not quite yet, but here shortly. 3 kilometers. We've got Ecuador and the team from Hooli Cools on the front with Joe Whiteley behind, and we see the sprint starting. A big jump from Cavendish trying to push the rest of the Great Britain riders. We see Cavendish take it above Hooli Cools and a trio from Ecuador. Let's look at those official points. Again, Cavendish takes 4, Maclay taking 6, meaning Great Britain will take 18 points there for Joe Whiteley. Ecuador doesn't get the strength they had in the first, but still 8 points is good. And for France 4, for Hooli Cools, 10 points here as we start climbing the Bola de Oro.
semifinal. This time it's inline
Says all riders
roads.
ready to break away,
The
please.
final main semifinal of these World Championships. From now on, there will be medals every single day, and today is solo. We are following. We will be following Group B as soon as I have a stream. ML. Thank you. And very quickly, let me remind you, everyone, I am the biggest. We are A. I am the biggest of all dogs, joined by Emil the 90th, Sean Claudette will be here as well, and maybe Francesco Grassi. Center court is A, and we are currently following the group of Snake, Basto, Delmico, Leo Falandri, Swagson, and T2. Group B that Sean is following has
More and more on their
Joseph
guard.
Whiteley, Kingmaker, Twanu, Ibra, Hulicles, and Mendes from Spain. So, let me see how things are going. I finally have picture. There we go. And we are already on stage one. As you can see, there's climbing, there's, I believe, gravel. So I'm assuming 1, 2 stars cobbles max. Uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 KOMs and 3 2-meter sprints. One of each has already passed. And we see it's Basso, it's for check at the front. There's T2. Basso with his 2 riders next to T2, but T2 is actually going to attack. Meanwhile, Gebrek Zabia from Miko was moving somewhere. And here goes Basso with Stoichek trying to get to DKOM isolated. Basso with his other 2 riders as well, following the movement of T2 that is trying to catch up to him. So this is the situation currently in Group A, and as you can see, T2 is about to reach Basso's 3rd rider. Daniel Miko is moving with 4 riders ahead and commanding the peloton as always. Miko is chasing breaks. What else is new? And now the fight for the KOM, it's going to be a 1-2 for Basso, third 42, fourth for Basso.
That's
KOM,
the
bro.
end of the
I need
breakaway.
KOM.
The pack
It's probably a fourth cat. I can't see because of the slash. It is a 3-2-1, so T2 only scores 1 point. OM indeed, KOM, bro. So let's see. Just fixing my screen. There we go. Uh, I see movement from. No, I think it was Leo Falandri next to Nico Spacing Rider, and now Basso, it's Verchek, Stoichek, and someone else, his 3 riders, but T2 is uh, quick to increase the space and stay along with him. You're going to the intermediate sprint, 9.5 kilometers to go. Trying to see who they have here to sprint. A 77 sprinter, and gets 77, and Puncher for Basso, perhaps? Yes, it is.
Luke Durbridge is off.
Giacomo Nizzolo is attacking in E2. That will be Daniel Miko searching for the intermediate sprint with Fabio Jakobsen as well. So his 2 sprinters. Leo Falandri moving with 2 riders as well. Race is starting to implode a little bit. And now it's Basso moving with Stoichek. Pacing to get to the intermediate sprint. T2 is already in position. Going to sprint. Not yet.
counterattack in the leading group.
There indeed seemed to be an acceleration from Russo, but he did not follow through with it. Now there's the acceleration. Kaneki is going to launch for a check. But T2 has the advantage, takes the sprint. 2-3 for Basso, fourth for Basso, fifth for T2. Daniel Miko chasing breaks, sprinting for 8. Baladeovo at 11.3 kilometers, 2.6% average, 1,547 meters of altitude.
Is still out in front. Don't forget, here we go with 5 kilometers to go in the climb. We see Joe Whiteley out in front with 1 rider, and we welcome the PCM IMA stream as well.
Welcome, Sean. How's the situation in Group B?
Toinu has been scoring points throughout at the intermediate sprints alongside Joe Whiteley and Huli Cools. As we approach the top of the climb, Joe is out in front with Kingmaker going for his first points of the day. And we'll watch Joe Whiteley attempt to crest the top first. And he does in front of Kingmaker. Joe and Ibra also taking points there at this first category climb. And Toinu, that is his last rider there with Novoa. So he needs to connect. And there.
I think Sean already did the necessary update for Group B. We are back in the central court. Group A, there's only two riders ahead. Two riders left ahead. Could we see them in there? It is still Russo and someone else 42, so the same two riders he had. And now it's Leo Falange with the World Champions team playing catch up now. There was an acceleration there. Accelerates again, increasing that pace, but Swaxon is on his tail. And G2 is about to be brought up, but there's actually movement in the peloton. Movement in the peloton, Emma. There we go, it's Leo Falandri. Let's see, I see Miko, Basso, G2 only see two riders. Very messy situation for him. He's going with Offstetter, T77 Sprinter. Move from McClay, that would be Swaxon. Leo Falandri with Peter Stag, and then there goes Daniel McClay from Swaxon. Leo Falandri reaches the front, is already accelerating to try and keep the distance, but Swaxon is also moving towards them, trying to reconnect with that group, or connect in this case. 4 men trained by Miko there in the peloton. Let's see here how long will take for Swaxon to join if he does. Looking good for him. 18 seconds and Swaxon is about to reconnect and there he goes, but T2 actually got dropped. I don't know if it was on purpose or not. Did not see what happened there, seemed like it. Maybe his rider died, I did not see. It was too fast of a transition. Hofstadter is getting left behind. And we're stuck on McClay, not sure who Swaxon has ahead. And he already passed Leo, it's Thomas Pitcock. Leo chooses to keep his pace and retain the extra rider and try to get to Swaxon at his own rhythm. Swaxon, rather, he has 40 seconds advantage. He's trying to move fast into that KOM, but there's still over 13 kilometers to go. Now it's Basso moving at the front, putting pace in that group of 15 riders. Only 15 riders left. This could be a very good move for Leo Falandri. Swaxon is keeping that gap. 10 kilometers to go. Gap is still increasing, around 1 minute and 17 seconds now. Falandri goes with Vanderpool, his Cobbles rider, and his 77 sprinter in the form of Peter Sagan. And Tom Pitcock for Swags is still retaining around 1 minute and 17 seconds. The favorites group is still down to 15 riders. It is 1 minute, give or take, behind Leo, so Swagson has 2:22 advantage currently. And excuse me. Tom Pitcock with his Cobbles rider as well. He is trying to reach that first cat KOM, and if the advantage sustains, he'll have a good downhill to continue his effort while also recovering in some sections. Let's see where this move can take him. Daniel Miko is already ahead with Pierre-André Cote and someone else. Laporte. Race is imploding. Basso is the one putting the pace ahead. Goes with actually Kaneki. Thomas Petcock continues to retain those 1 minute and 20 seconds ahead of Leo Volantri, so Swaxon is gambling an all-in this attack with Petcock to get this KOM, succeeds. Swaxon takes those points. KOM indeed, Daniel Miko and Emea. And Daniel Miko is going to steal the second and third from Leo Volantri, that takes fourth and fifth. And now it's, I believe, Snake following the wheel of, I believe it was Miko, Basso, sorry, that was spacing.
Good.
I have indications, it seems. We're going to Group B for the final. I'm Sean.
We've got 5 kilometers to go as we enter the velodrome.
Sponsor won't be disappointed.
Mendez, the best positioned with 3 riders here, and one of only 2 77 sprinters, and 3 kilometers to go here as we reach the final of stage 1.
Leader is falling behind.
We're at the velodrome, Sean. Any indications?
As we see Sean's audio start to go, it looks like Joe Whiteley might take the victory here. And the results come through. Joe Whiteley with the win. Mendez second. Toinu third. Kingmaker fourth. Mendez taking some additional points in fifth alongside Joe Whiteley in sixth, we believe, followed by Ibra and then Hooli Cools.
Okay, so Joe Whiteley winning stage 1. We will be waiting for an update on how many points you have later on. We move back to our central court. I want to welcome everyone watching both streams, by the way. Yes, the line is not the painted line. I did notice that, Emma. It is what it is. It's PCM and some weird stage making. I don't know who made it, but it happens. And let's see what we have. There we go. Back to our center court, as you have seen. And we are already going into the final fourth cat of today, the final time of the day before the downhill into the small flat section that constitutes the finish line at the velodrome. I see Philippe, I see Swaxon, so Leo Swaxon, and then also the 2 French have gotten to pick up. Swaxon still has a 2 riders, and it's now NIP from Basel putting the pace in E2. Players have 3 seconds. It's very bad. You're going to need more than that if you want to reach the element. Basel is making sure that doesn't happen. 2 riders left. Try to fight 2 others for Leo. Sorry, 2 for Snake, 2 for Swags, and 2 for Set as well. So extra guy for last one, he's using it to pace. Get this man back there. Okay. Actually, I have a freeze. Okay, I'm back. I think you can hear me now, Emma. There was a small freeze there. Confirm that you can hear me. Okay, perfect. Okay, groups about to merge. It will be 13 riders ahead. When this merge happens, it's going to be long. And 1, 2 kilometers to go into the final of the day. Who is going to take it? Acceleration from Stake, Leo Falandri, Daniel Miko, 300 meters is going to be Cote, and either Miko second or Basso. KOM indeed, America OM indeed. And now the downhill begins. There's a few kilometers left to the velodrome attack from Thomas Pitcock. Swaxon does not get a gap. 11 riders left. I see 2 for Nico, 2 for Swaxon, 2 for Bob, 2 for Leo, and I believe 1 for T2.
Wow, that's one attack that's going to leave a
Very complicated position. Who is it? Uh, T2's right. I still don't know who T2's right is. I see right for Swaxon behind. Back. T2 has one rider that needs to pick lines carefully.
and he moves on to the attack. It could be decisive. The finish line is
And Leo Falandri moving ahead, attack with Julien Alaphilippe. Swaxon got Fred right back. See if he uses him to pace. Trying to see. Also, I believe only has 2 riders, so advantage Swaxon maybe. And I see Snake
45 kilometers left.
with Aki being the one pacing. We are into the velodrome. The finish is here. 12 riders together. Alaphilippe preparing the sprint for just gone. Swaxon still has 2 for Basso acceleration. Miko is in the toughest line. T2 seems to be in Basso's wheel. Basso goes ahead, sprinting, good position for Swaxon as well. And Snake launches ahead. And it's gonna be, I have a cut in the image, but it's gonna be,
Breakaway companions to win this race.
and it was, sorry, I had a signal issue here. It was Basso, it was Miko, it was Swaxon. It was Snake maybe, Leo Falandri, Miko as well. I think T2 was only 6th. Trying to identify T2 actually. Um, 7th. Some technical issues here, so it wasn't the best of endings for commentary, but we are going to see if we have any updates from Group Group B's points. Sorry. For the love of God, Emil, do not ping Boost. Ping Sean when you need him to enter because I cannot deal with that many pings. Alright, so I'm going to quickly check the situation on Group B. So, Inline, let us see. Semifinal A, we just saw the ending. We're still waiting for updated GC with all the intermediate points. And since Group B ended a bit earlier, I believe. Let us see if we have updated standings for Group B indeed. It dictates that Joe Whiteley leads 144 points. Second place is Twandu 97. 82 Mendes is third. Kingmaker from France fourth. 47. Ibra fifth 43. Hulikel sixth and Namad 34 points. Thank you, Emma. Excuse me. All right. If we could get an update from Sean in the other group, Emma.
Look, obviously after that first stage, we expect to see Joe Whiteley looked at as the leader here. And we
Welcome back,
welcome.
Sean.
Thank you. It's nice to have me. And
So,
we are
how are
starting.
things in that group?
Well, Joe Whiteley took the stage win and the most intermediate points throughout, so a great stage for Joe Whiteley there in stage one. Toynu surprisingly did get his sprinter to the finish um, here in second place in the standings, but um, obviously nothing major started here in stage two.
All right, thank you, Sean. We will keep the updates coming with you, so thank you very much.
Of course.
And we go back to see if we have any actual news from the scores in our center courts. Curious to see how the GC will be with the intermediates after the standings that we saw. Looking good for Basel though. And as we wait for confirmation, for some reason I seem to be having some difficulty of images with Group B.
Apologies, Sean. We do see 3 kilometers almost to go here in Group B to the first climb. Mendez with 3 riders out in front, hoping to get all of the points, but Hooli Cools in hot pursuit, also looking to connect and ensure Mendez does not take them all. 1K to go. It's Mendez over Hooli Cools.
Alright, so that was the first blood of the day when it comes to intermediate points.
It is, it looks like 5 to Mendez and 1 to Hooli Cools here in Group B.
And we will have the intermediate sprint in 19 kilometers. So thank you, Sean. We're going back to see how the standings are in Group A.
Sounds fantastic. And
We have standings updated for Group A. Basso is leading 145 points. Second place, Daniel Miko, 113. Third place, Swaxon, 67. Fourth place, T2, 45. Snake, fifth place, 38. Sixth in the mud, Leo Falandri, 37. So right now, Leo Falandri is 30 points behind qualification, 29 points behind qualification for Snake, and 22 for T2. With this said, and although there's still 2/3 of the semifinal to go, looking good for Basso, not looking bad either for Daniel Miko. Swaxon has a lot of competition, but all of this can still change because there's 2 more stages, not just with the stage finish points, but as well with several intermediate sprints and KOMs. And until Group A launches, we can go back to Sean.
I think you may still be with me here with 10 kilometers to
We
go for
are
the intermediate sprint.
we are back indeed.
We,
Thanks, Sean. We will be staying here for a bit until Group A launches. Take us through.
we see 8 kilometers to go with Hooli Cools trying to attack off the front with 1 rider of Ibra and a small group here as well, led by Kingmaker and riders from the remaining teams with the hopes of getting those intermediate points. Of course, 12 for the victor at that intermediate line. We see Hooli Cools still pushing there at the front, holding a 20-second lead over this remaining group of riders. And it is Ibra and Hooli Cools looking like they might take it, although the sprint train of Toynu may have something different to say about it, or Kingmaker here in a moment. And as we go, it is a winding sprint, so they may go early. Hooli Cools loses his rider, and it is just 2. Ibra is gapped easily by Hooli Cools, so it should be Hooli Cools, then Ibra, then Mendez, Joe Whiteley, and Toynu for the remaining points there at that intermediate sprint. Let's take a look at those official results. And it was Hooli Cools, Ibra, Mendez, Joe Whiteley, Toynu, Mendez, and Kingmaker taking those remaining points. And the group comes back together with just 10 up front, many of those riders coming back to the peloton. And as we go here, we remain on the flat, heading towards that very steep first category climb, the Col du Soudet.
Hello.
We welcome Francisco Grassi to the stream as well. I
Hi.
believe we're still here
Welcome,
in group.
Francesco Rossi. We're still waiting for Group A to load, so we will
Okay.
keep the action here in B.
Not much to say here on this flat section. Have the points for Group B been shared on the mainstream?
They have indeed, but if you have them, you can repeat them to keep everyone informed.
Indeed, we've got Joe Whiteley with 144 points, 47 points ahead of second place Toinu with 97. Mendez in the third qualifying spot after stage one with 82. And then our three in the back, Kingmaker 47, Ibra 43, and Huli Cools 34.
I see that Mendez did not manage to bring back his second rider into the break, so E1 is down to 9 riders.
It is most of whom are the sprinters, but Toinu has been smart to bring his 82 mountain and 78 mountain, 77 mountain there. They should be able to take many of the points with Gaidu also here for Huli Cools.
So
Oh,
let's see
for
if I.
Kingmaker.
It's Kingmaker 3 or 4 riders actually, and we're going actually back to Group A. So thank you, Sean. Keep us updated. Welcome, Grassi. Not sure if Grassi is listening to us. So we are already underway with our second stage in Group A, and there's still no break. We just started. A little bit of false flat into this small downhill, and let's see if someone decides to make a move. Côte de Crête, the first categorized difficulty of the day, is less than 11 kilometers away, and some riders still being adjusted there by our participants. But I already see some trains um, at good positions there at the peloton. I see Miko with 2 trains, 1412. I see Joe, which seems to have 2 trains of 3. I see Snake moving from the right side. Actually, Snake might attack here. Let's see if that is the case. Decides not to. Leo Falandri is at the back of the peloton. Needs to be careful in case any acceleration comes. It's actually Svexen, not Joe. Sorry, I was still thinking about the other group. And it is now Daniel Miko, but I think Snake might actually go this time. He goes. 3 riders for Snake, Bargy. And that's too fast to me. Unless I'm a psychic, I have no idea who those are, but no break yet. Am I the only one not hearing Grossi?
Hey guys, now do you hear me now?
All right, now we hear you. Welcome back, Grossi, or
Yeah.
welcome actually, because I think you hadn't been able to talk yet.
No, yeah. I just went to the kitchen trying to search for my headphones. So basically, I left the microphone open, but I wasn't there. So that's why.
All right,
Okay,
that explains a lot.
we are watching already the first KOM sprint here.
Yes, we are indeed, and as we were talking, there was a small gap there between groups.
Yeah,
We
Basil
might
won the
have
sprint.
the breakaway.
Basil
Basso,
won
who
the
is already
KOM.
in a
Yeah.
commanding position in the group, continues to add points to his tally.
Yeah, Bazo actually plays always like this. Even if he's first, he always tries to increase his lead. which is,
Oh,
by the way, I think probably the most correct way to play because
yes, I agree. I agree. At least in a competition like World Championships, yes, it is indeed.
yeah, yeah, I agree.
And I believe Daniel Miko has his entire team ahead, so this is interesting.
Yeah,
He's gonna try
and
and
Miko
maneuver
now
that.
is trying to go. Yeah, and Snake is following.
Six man
I mean,
trade.
that's the first of the night, or it happened
Uh,
already?
I think it's the first that I've seen because it's the first time I've said that today. And now
Baso
six man
has
trade from Basel
6 man
as
trade
well.
for
Six
entry.
man trade, and that's
Yeah,
going to cause
they're
Miko
going
actually.
hard. Yeah, this is actually a bad situation for whoever is behind,
This climb is fierce,
because
but the
actually having
altitude
two
is
full
very
trains
high.
means it's going to be tough. Baso will have hard times winning the intermediate though, because I've seen his sprinter already suffering, and Mikos were ahead, and I think he has much more energy for this sprint.
My question
But
here to you, Grossi,
uh,
should Basso have waited for these guys? Sorry, so should Miko should have waited for the rest of Basso's team to have
well,
some help at the front, or
for the intermediate sprint, it makes sense that he's not waiting. He's just trying to get the most points at the sprint. Um, obviously,
Basso definitely trying to catch up?
yeah, yeah, Basso maybe is too desperate to recover because he actually doesn't need to spend so much now. He can just wait for the intermediate sprint and then coming back on
Acceleration from
Miko.
Snake, who's already launching his sprint. Daniel Miko is close to
Yeah.
him. Basso trying to get Tuca still there. Acceleration and sprint underway. It's Snake getting the lead. Snake is going to take the intermediate sprint. Is going to be followed by Daniel Miko at second and third position.
Yeah, Basso got to the fourth place. That's why it was useless for him to pay. Zwegson has,
Oh, he gets dropped.
yeah,
Basso gets dropped.
and immediately come back. Now, if the situation is like this and they actually work together, I think this can be the decisive break because, I mean, if they work, and especially if Baso joins Miko, but Miko doesn't look like he wants to wait, and this is a bad tactical decision because he's actually condemning himself too, I think.
Yeah, sprint is
Because
over, and this lack of understanding might actually benefit those behind, right?
Yeah, because actually they're working together, and it's Leo and Leo Snake and T2 are working well together. Strange. Now, finally, Miko has waited, but he should have done a lot of time before, at least right after the sprint, so he could have also kept some energy more. Now it's going to be the fact is now they will have, I think, if even if they keep this advantage, it will be still easier for the riders behind to come back on the first climb of the on the first big climb of the day, I think. So I don't hear you anymore. Okay, looks like Sean isn't here, so I'll keep commenting again. Okay, the base ahead is mainly made by Zwegson, by Basso and Miko. Zwegson is mainly profiting about their work actually, but there isn't that much cooperation. In fact, T2 is actually making the group behind comeback, and this will be, I think this is going to hugely backfire on Miko because I mean he had it's almost 3-0 Atalanta here. Okay. But yeah, I think it's going to backfire on Miko because he was the one who spent the most energies here. And now Leo is trying to go, and Leo has the full team ahead. I don't know if it was wanted, but now it is the situation. And obviously, now Baso is trying to recover, and now Miko is in the worst spot because he just spent energies on the attack. Now he has to spend energies on chasing. And obviously, no one is going to do the work because Baso has put riders, Snake has put riders, Miko should work with T2 right now. Leo is trying to go alone because obviously won't have that much cooperation from the others right now because yes. And now Baso and Zwexon are dropped. And so Leo takes Snake with him, and they're starting Col de Sude, the first category climb. 15.1 kilometers at 7.2%, and Miko is working hard behind. Now Snake is working actually with Leo, which is a strange fact because he has only 3 riders, so that's kind of unexpected for him to work. But now he goes alone, and let's see if Leo reacts. The group behind now, A1 is in a bad place. They should actually, yeah, Miko now has to do massive efforts trying to come back. And this is going to cost him, I think. Well, Swagson has Froome the leader with some gaps on the others. He's trying to join Snake to join the Snake's party. T2 again closing for Miko actually. I think T2 is going to waste so much energies in this stage. I'm actually thinking how this stage will be good in a tour because especially if you play the whole Tour de France 2002 to 2003. Okay, now Swagson was on the attack with the full team. He's trying to catch Bazo. Bazo was complaining, so who knows what happened. Martinez here after the great results in Tour last week, no, 2 days ago. Now Miko is chasing to exit. Baso has put 2 riders, and now Leo, who actually was on the attack, is behind. Froome actually has dropped everyone. He's trying to go for the KOM. And he misses only the last 3.7 kilometers, the easiest of the climb. Again, Martinez tries to get on the leader. Miko has this numerical advantage, and I think people should actually try to make him lose the helper, otherwise he could actually attack in the next. Okay, he's losing it, I think. So if he has just stopped them to avoid a big effort, and he's going to play for the KOM, and it's actually T2 going on the sprint and winning the KOM actually, and I think Leo. Yeah, Leo is clearly in the worst spot because he's now 1 minute and 20 seconds from this group, so he's 2 minutes behind, and he isn't taking points on KOMs. So I'm curious about Leo's strategy because as it is now, it doesn't seem to be the most optimal.
Welcome, folks, to Group B.
Hello?
Welcome. Can you
And
hear me?
I can.
All right.
At the top of the first category climb, it was Hooli Cools taking the points ahead of Joe Whiteley. Same at the third cat here. Hooli Cools has been doing a great job to get these KOM points throughout the day, really trying to make up his gap. We also see an interesting situation with 3 riders of Joe Whiteley and 3 of Ibra. Now in this front group, with just 1 of Toinu, Mendez, and Kingmaker, although Mendez gains a second. As I speak, all of those domestiques seem to reappear from the back. So um, less interesting than we thought, but let's see who tries to push the pace and how much energy was spent on that descent.
Francesco
Okay, thank you,
Grassi, how was
Sean.
Group A while I was gone? Thank you, Sean. Yes, I'm sorry.
Basically, there were some attacks by some teams. Leo attacked. Then after his attack, he actually fell back. I don't know why, but now there are only the climbers ahead. Except and then Miko and Swegson have their team ahead, so they're actually um, trying to go with more riders ahead and see what happens. Leo has decided to stay back. His climber didn't sprint on Col de Soudet, which was the first category climb, the first one. And no, nothing. This is the situation. We have 3 leaders.
Currently,
No,
it. Yes,
yeah,
yes, Grassi. You were going
yeah.
to say
Now
we
we
have
have
3 leaders
five.
ahead?
No, we have 5 leaders ahead, but 2 with their teams, Mikos and Zwegsons. So actually, it's going to be an interesting situation because, yeah, they can work.
As you were questioning Leo's strategy, it's also good to remind that he is currently last place of the group, so he needs to make something happen.
Yeah, I think he's trying to play the safest option and try to play for the best sprinter, which I believe could be the puncher maybe, because I don't see the 77 sprinter keep it up on the next climbs. Yet, yes, but isn't going for points, and I mean with this inline scale, probably uh, trying to get points on KOMs is very important. Trying to get points on the intermediate sprint, which will follow all the KOMs, is very important. So I don't know if his strategy will lead
As
him
we
to
speak, to
overturn.
success,
Yes,
we'll see, actually. KOM is here now, focused on back on the front group. Thank you, Christopher
yeah,
Froome and Coconut accelerating. I see Snake, I see Basso, and I believe it is T2.
Attack by
yeah. It's
And
a sprint. It's Bazo
Basso,
winning by
Swaxon, and I think Snake third.
and Snake. Yes.
So T2, brother of Tuanu in the other group, and Yanu, currently not here, still manages to take some points as well. Manages not to take points, it was actually Snake, sorry. And
Yeah.
Swaxon retains some pace here, I think he will, for the Col de Parahui. Col Parahui, I think that is the pronunciation, if
Yeah.
not, sue me.
Yeah, 10.4 kilometer at 7.7%, but the second half is very hard. So
Very steep, yeah.
it's going to be selective. I think it's going to make differences also in this group, probably because I think someone will lose their help. Miko and Swegson will lose their helpers, I think.
I see movement behind A2.
Yeah,
What's going on A2, Emil?
I think it's T2 attacking. Yeah, he dropped Leo and Snake and Basso. Because Basso is playing the same as Leo is playing, but Leo hasn't got his leader ahead. So
Yeah,
that's
the thing for Basso is that he still has a very decent, very good lead even, and he can afford to try to play it safe. For Leo, it's a bit complicated given that he was last place of the group.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know. I don't know if Leo is playing for Sagan, the 77 sprinter, but I don't think so because he was pacing very hard, and that pace, I think, in the end will kill the rider. I don't know. At this
Those
moment,
riders
I
do some
can
dreadful
still
things.
figure out what's his mind on this. Can I see Gabriel Cote? What rider is Cote? Yes. Okay, he's the
It's a
puncher.
puncher.
Yeah, so they're playing for the puncher too, but their puncher is more than 1 minute ahead of Leo's. So maybe Leo is trying to play for Sagan, but it's risky, I believe. It's very risky, I think.
And Col Baragui is about to end. There's only 2.4 kilometers left, and we see Bardet, Tuca, we see Miko's riders, Gabriel Xavier, Cote, and everyone's going to be fighting for this KOM here, including I see Swaxons as well.
Yeah. Also Snake here. T2 is in the middle between the groups, in the no man's land. So
1 kilometer to go, sprint underway. Romain Bardet goes from the left side. Daniel Miko is trying to keep up the pace. Now Basso goes with his rider as well.
I
It's looking
think
good for the
Basso is
two
going to
ahead.
take it.
It's going to be Basso or Daniel Miko.
No,
Basso or Daniel Miko. Daniel
Miko.
Miko's going to take it. Swax in a second. I think Basso was only third.
Yeah, he went a bit too soon, a bit too soon.
All of this
The
costs
advantage,
Daniel
can we
Miko
see the
Cepeda.
advantage? Can we see the advantage on A2, please?
We have
Because
currently 2 minutes
two
from
minutes.
front to
Yes.
A2.
So now we should see who is in that group, who is in A2, please. Okay, Leo is here. He has kept the 77 sprinter. Yeah, I think he's the only one with the 77 sprinter. Maybe Basso. Yeah, he has Herring, which is his 77 sprinter. Zwegson hasn't it? I think Hugo Page from Snake is the 77 sprinter.
He
So
is, he
some
is.
77 are there, but the road until Bayonne, I think the finishes, it's still tough because there isn't actually flat.
Henley goes into the
There
attack.
is this downhill for sure that will help the sprinters.
Gabriel Xavier, there's an attack at the front, I think, for the KOM. There we go.
Yeah, I think he took him. He took it, I think. So
I don't
still
know why
points.
Emea was. It was Cummings, Froome, Cote, and Tuca says Emea. I don't know if he's the host. Uh, we still have, I think, a fourth cat and an intermediate sprint, and I'm getting indications. Let me see.
Yeah, probably we have to go in the other group.
Nope. Oh, yes, we do. We are waiting then for Sean to keep us updated.
Again, attacking with Froome.
All right, Sean, you are back in the AMA stream. How goes the situation?
We are here with 17 kilometers to go. All teams have 3 riders except for Mendez, but Toinu is the only one who has managed to keep his 77 sprinter. So Joe has been attacking, trying to get in front, and Toinu, of course, pacing to keep his advantage with the sprint. We'll see if he's able to get there with his sprinter, but a fantastic play for him to have been able to manage that energy, unlike none of the other players.
Thank you, Sean.
Of course.
Actually, we're gonna remain here and be for the ending.
Yeah.
Hello to
Oh,
Piero, and thank you for watching pretty much most of the time. So I know you've been silent, but thank you for watching us. We're staying then in B until the end, and according to my picture, I see 17 riders at the front, so 10 kilometers to go, 0.5. I think I'm not delayed, am I, Sean?
You're good. Maybe a couple seconds here or there, but it is the French teams out on the front here with just under 8 kilometers to go.
8 kilometers indeed, and like you said, a couple of French teams here. Trying to see how many people left. Three for Joe Whiteley, three for the guy in blue that I have no idea who it is.
That's Toinu, but we
Tuanu.
see an attack from Mendez.
Tuanu and
5 kilometers to
Oligos.
go.
Of course, it's Tuanu. Never mind, I forgot he usually takes that jersey indeed. 4.7 to
Oligos
go.
actually pacing.
Not sure if Mendes did the right move here. Not sure how much
No,
energy
I'm
he
not
could have
sure
spent
either.
there.
But
Uh,
yeah, I mean, the rider without the 77 sprinter should have tried to attack Tuanu, but instead he's going to launch with basically full energies.
the sprint is underway. I
Even if
see
Here
actually
we go. It
Joe,
might be
Holy
Joe.
close from the right. Is Joe
Oh,
Whiteley
and
or
that
Uribe? It
sprinter is
seems to be
coming.
for Joe. Tremendous speed, but it's going to be Joe Whiteley and it's going to be Mendes, Tuanu, Ibra. I think maybe Kingmaker?
It is
It's
Kingmaker
Ibra
and then
indeed.
Holy Cools. So the first 6 are one from each team. The first
yeah,
3 from stage 1 also being the first 3 here in stage 2. Looking forward to
For
seeing
Holy
those. Yeah,
Coles, that is looking grimmer and grimmer as he repeats. I think he was sixth, repeats another sixth place here. Good for Joe Whiteley, secures, I believe, his second win. So he seems to be already qualified. Sean, keep us
yeah,
updated with the scores as soon as you get them, and we're going back to center court. So we're back to Group A.
yeah. Actually, it happened where I thought that the 77 sprinter had few bars to actually sprint. Now let's see here because
Intermediate
there's a
sprint. I
sprint.
see Miko taking the front of the race, but there's still a fight from
It's
Swaxon. I think Swaxon
Miko.
takes it.
No, I
I
think it's
think
Miko.
Swaxon on the right side. I'm not sure.
Well,
Again, I
we
don't
will
know who the
see.
host is, but
Well, but we can see the winner though.
it is either Miko or Swaxon indeed. Let's see.
Events. Okay, Kote.
Miko, okay, Cote, and
Miko,
then
Miko.
Cummings. So Miko adding some very valuable points here.
Okay, now they have to push, but yeah, I think behind they should try to fatigue again a bit the sprinters because now, obviously, on these small climbs, sprinters are going to be fatigued a bit. As
The win of the race is now looking good for A1. Let's see if Leo
yeah,
Falandri's high risk, high reward strategy will pay off or not.
well, to be yeah, we will see because yeah, he hasn't actually took points in whatever sprint, so he's going for the 100 points of the stage, but still, I don't know if it's enough.
Well,
Well, for
if he
sure,
manages to pull it off, we'll probably be singing his praises. If he does not, we'll probably say that he flopped. I think it
well, no,
was
I
too
mean,
much risk.
I think, yeah, I think it's right to risk, but even if he wins,
Swaxon
I
going.
yeah, Swagson goes. And
Even
Snake
if
is
he wins,
interbeing.
yes,
Well,
Rossi, you were saying?
yeah, even if he wins, he still hasn't took points. So maybe Basso as the 77 sprinter all the same, but yes, took points at least on KOMs, which would have been what Leo should have tried to do. Now T2 is working too. I think Swagson now without the sprinter is trying to yes, Tagel. Sorry.
Yes, I have indications here from Emea. Swaxon and Miko do not have 77 Sprinter in
Yeah.
Group 1. So that explains the movement from Swags.
Yeah. Um, Everyone has the no T2 hasn't the 77 sprinter too, I think.
Is it still Swaxon ahead? I think so, 20 seconds.
No, okay, T2 has it. Okay, sorry.
Okay, T2 has it. So Swaxon and Miko, at least those two don't. And Swaxon is trying to make up for that with this move that, even with these responses, might end up damaging Sprinter's bars.
Yeah, I mean, they sacrificed a lot. Sacrificed a lot. So him and Miko sacrificed the probably the
Quick,
win
quick
for
update. Sorry to
points.
interrupt you. We have a quick
Yeah.
update on Group B. Joe Whiteley leading 273 points, unless something bizarre happens should be true to the final. Mendes is second, 176, 97 points behind. Then we have Tuanu third, 162, Ibra fourth, 112, 50 points behind Tuanu, starting to look grim for Ibra. Holy Cools rises to fifth, but only with 110 points, and Kingmaker is in the mud, 84 points, sixth place. So qualification will be fought for between presumably Tuanu, Ibra, and Holy Cools. Kingmaker has far less chances, maybe neither even, maybe none, even at this point. Tuanu, Ibra, Holy Cools with the advantage for Tuanu. Back to center court.
Yeah, yeah. I think well, Joe is already qualified. Mendez now, if I was him, I would go for KOMs. Trying to get as many points as I could because I think he has a good advantage. Leo tries because obviously he was risking to be put in the mix.
Goes with Julian Alaphilippe. I think that's the puncher.
Yeah,
It is.
as soon this is a bit of a risky action, but yeah, it's just
Response
to
was
make
from Basso.
other work. Yeah, because they don't want to work. They want to put other the pressure on the others, and that's why also T2 actually tried. But if Snake actually goes with the puncher, then Swagson and Miko would have the opportunity of attacking.
But Swagson is the one putting the pace at the front with Coconut, as Miko would say. That's Gegenhardt and Yates.
And Miko
Miko now
goes.
tries
Miko
to move.
tries to attack.
Attacking
Yeah,
Jai
Gets the
I
gap.
mean
Reaches the front group.
Miko has only two riders. That's fair. That's fair to do.
Dire situation for him, though, with only two riders, and Swagson needs to accelerate and cut this gap.
And
There's
now
too many people
Leo.
here.
Oh, Leo's working. Leo and Bazo. And we are entering the last 10 kilometers. To be honest, we are already in them. And we're approaching Bayonne. So the trains are already forming.
And
Um,
Swagson is the one, him and Basso at the front of bottom. Swagson is about to close that gap, going to put his riders into the final sprint position. Here they are all together again. Daniel Miko with
last
2, Swagson
4
retains
kilometers.
3. I see Basso with 4. Last
This
3.9
turns.
kilometers acceleration is starting. Leo with the
Miko is
left
already
side.
down.
Basso at the front
Miko
has a
took
good position.
Miko took the Bazo's wheel with Kote.
Ooh,
Oh, super block.
he's down to one rider. He cannot afford to fail. He needs this success
And
for
it's a
Basso, and Basso
sprint
launches a
heading.
sprint. Leo following from the left side. It's going to be for Basso. 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 And Miko's going to be second.
Yeah. No, Leo.
No,
Leo
no,
second. Leo
Leo.
second. Leo second. And yeah, this means yeah.
Leo might be back in the fight for qualification. Terrible news for
Yeah, for
Swagson, who was
sure. But
seventh. We'll need to see the updated scores. So, high risk,
Miko got the right wheel.
low reward for Leo that only gets second
Mhm.
place. We'll see how that translates into points. Before we do our judgment of the situation, and as we wait for the lobby to relaunch, we will ask for Sean to take us back to Group B until we have A's lobby back. I said we will ask Sean to take us to Group B, and since I can't drag him, if you could email, I guess not. Oh, okay. We wait for the replay of the sprint indeed. That is correct. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's okay. No, Leo has lost two riders, but
Let's see the replay of the sprint indeed. Curious to see what happened here to some of these guys. Tremendous fight for position there. That was carnage. Miko taking the best wheel, best seat on the house, and here it was
That's
Waxon
Wexon.
accelerating.
Wh-
That move from Leo, though.
Yeah, but it wasn't Leo actually. No, it was Leo. Yeah, Leo actually cut the road to Wexon. I think it
Yeah,
wasn't.
that's
Probably it wasn't because of a movement by Leo, because it was too too fast as a movement, I think.
I
Because
don't know.
yeah,
I will need to review that.
You see Leo go from the center, from the right center, directly on the left, and to be honest, it doesn't seem like a movement done by Leo, because I don't think it's doable, a movement like that.
Well, as
That
someone who had to make many adjustments for sprints,
Fine,
I
assuming.
have my doubts. We're with Sean.
Hello.
Sean, as we had here another win for Basso, we want to know how are things going in Group B. Sorry.
Nothing too major here on this first climb, but we do see Kingmaker trying to push the pace up front. Um, Not surprised the Kingmaker needs to do a great stage result and take almost all the KOMs to fight. But Ibra not being in the front is a little bit of a surprise, given that he also needs to take some KOM points in a victory here. But it's spread across the mountain, but still close together.
All right, we'll stay here until we have the lobby back to Group A as we wait for it to be restarted for the third stage. This is indeed the final stage for Group B, and if you could remind us of the standings before the stage, so that then I can say the ones in A.
Absolutely. In Group B here, Joe Whiteley leads with 273 points. Mendez second with 176. Toinu 162 in third. Then we've got Ibra 50 points back, 112. Fully Cools 110, and Kingmaker in the bottom spot with 84 points.
All right, and as we watch footage from Group B, a quick reminder, we already have updated standings after two stages for Group A. Basso has 271 points and guaranteed qualification for the final. Neil Miko is second, 230. Swaxon is third, 132. Leo is now rising to fourth from 6 to 4, 25 points. Swax with 107. Then T2 fifth, 98. Snake in the Mud with 87. Back to Sean.
With that, it's nice to see we will have another final with Joe versus Basso at least, which is important for the overall as well.
It's
But we'll
always
leave
fun when people are not disqualified for things that they didn't do.
that to you. But Joe leading here with Gegenhart trying to get the maximum points here. Um, Joe knowing that any points in these KOMs should be a fantastic guarantee in his spot for the final.
If I recall correctly, he had a gap that was either qualified or almost, so these points might just be what he needs to not even have to bother that much about the stage if it comes to that, correct?
I think that is the idea here. Ibra, on the opposite side, does need to take some of these major points for himself ahead of Toinu, who is not was not contesting the sprint and now appears to. So Ibra looking to try to get first and second here, but will only get first and fifth.
Not ideal for him, but at least wins the KOM.
First is the most important there. We see the remaining points going to Mendez and Hulicools, followed by
Tuanu and Ibra as well, as you said. So he takes 18 points. That's not bad
eight,
at all.
eight, 18 point, picking up 13 points on his gap to third. Is a good fight for Ibra there. Um, let's see what the remainder does and who's in this group.
All
So
right,
we've
we
got
continue
two
to
additional
watch.
riders of Ibra and some of Kingmaker.
All right, a quick look at things says that Kingmaker would be most desperate one to score points doesn't seem to be getting many of those. Holy Coals was pretty close to Ibra. He's also going to need to make something happen. Right now, it seems a fight between Ibra and Tuanu for qualification.
I think that is indeed the battle here. We'll see if Mendez also manages to keep up the fight in the KOM as he did with Landa, but if Mendez falls off or has a big mistake, he could be in danger as well.
All right, and 5 riders ahead. There's less than 2 minutes gap now. We have an internal
Hello.
communication. I
Hello
think
there.
that's Paso.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
recognize that voice. Welcome.
hello. I just came to commentate with you guys. Since I think I'm through, like unless
You
a
are
miracle happens, I'd like
guaranteed.
to help you.
You are guaranteed true unless you actually block someone. So don't do that.
I'll try not to. I'm not
0
touching my
point.
keyboard. Yeah,
Okay,
so
so
Maya told me that I should do the Giga Chat move and comment while I play.
I
So here I am.
completely agree with him. I think we will. Well, I'm not sure if all, but
That's
most of
going,
us would do the same in that
and
spot.
that's
So
going to
congratulations,
be
Master, for another final.
Thank you,
this
thank
is
you.
going to
It's
be the downfall of Basov. I mark my words.
yeah. From now
Sorry,
on, all six
sorry,
play,
Grassy.
six play.
Didn't hear that, Grassy.
Huh?
What did you say about Paso? I didn't hear that.
I said this is going to be the downfall of Basov.
I
Like
heavily doubt it
he's
because
going,
he's already qualified.
yeah, he's going to finish 9 of 6 riders, and he's going to take zero
All right, well,
points.
and then he's
And
going to involuntarily block someone and be DQ'd. No,
Yeah,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
yeah.
I sure
Okay,
hope not.
now I'm sure I have to bet on that.
Okay, so I should probably play for the win, right? It's
Yeah.
okay, okay.
It's probably the most safe, but if you want to stay here and occasionally speak of what's going on, you're
No, no,
always welcome
sure.
to do that.
I meant so more my strat for the stage so that no one could be
Ah, yes,
unhappy
yes,
about
yes.
my gameplay. So
Yes, that would be the correct thing to do indeed.
So what do you think? What you're going to do in this stage? Tell
Sorry to
us.
interrupt. Intermediate sprint here in Group B, Sean.
And the
okay,
intermediate
I'll
goes
take
to, it looks like Cooley Cools, but we will guarantee yes, Cooley Cools with 12 points, 8 for Tuanu in Ecuador. Ibra picking up 10 total, followed by Mendez, and then
What
other
was
Cooley Cools, and 1 for Joe Whiteley.
what was that
All right.
sprint after
I
300 turns?
It
I
did
have
seem
no
to be
idea.
8 meters after 2 hairpins. Ibra was coming with speed, but not enough. But we also see them starting the first category climb up to Col de Vars.
All right, keep us updated, Sean, and thank you so much for the amazing work. We go back to Central Court. So let's go.
Yeah, if EMEA starts the stream, everyone is going to be happy.
I think we are indeed back now to Central Court, Rossi.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I see. I have visuals as well. Yes, it is. I mean, it is okay now, indeed.
Okay, the start was fast, and we are already approaching the first climb of the day, Col de l'Isoard. Not from its hardest side, I think, because I don't see Lacas Desert here.
yeah, I think it's
Cycling,
the easier side.
yeah, cycling nerdgasm actually, or it's just that EMEA is a bad stage maker.
I'm a bad stage maker. I don't think anyone doubts that at this point. But
Yeah,
let's see if
I think.
someone.
Yeah, if you wanted to do a bad joke, you actually made it. Congratulations. I mean, you know who's better stage maker than EMEA?
I know it's not you,
Wins.
so let us know.
Wins.
Yeah, I have to agree with. as we joke about qualities of everyone, I'm sure at some point,
And
I'm
may
sure at some point
actually,
we'll joke with our.
and may I ejected me from the loop.
Of course he did. And as we joke with the lack of qualities of others, at some point we will joke with ours as we always do. But for now, there's still no break here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what is happening. Should I attack?
I will not
Not yet.
interfere in the content of the race.
I
Do so.
mean, it's the easiest part of the climb, so
Yeah, probably not worth it. Let me just do this real quick.
So, before the transition, what's stage?
yeah, it's. I mean, the stage is. I think it's going to be an attritional battle on the with sprints on the climbs, but I don't see attacks going. To be honest, I think it's going to be all sprint, sprint, sprint. So there's going to be selection because of these, because obviously the climbs are hard. But it's they are mostly rat climbs. So it's important to be on the wheels. So that's why basically no one is actually really attacking until now with T2 and Miko going.
Question for you, Swaxon, before not Swaxon, sorry, Grassy, before all the
Yeah,
action unfolds. We have Swaxon in third, Leo behind 25 points in fourth. The others are a bit more behind. Between those two, they're battling each other directly. What would be the gameplay if you were both of them, actually?
I think they have to go for the most points as they can actually do because since this stage actually has a whole lot of points, uh, they could actually both be through. I don't know who is the second place.
The second place, I'll actually tell you, I still have the standings here, but it's a big gap. The second place is actually Daniel Miko. He has 213. Swaxon has 132, and Leo Ferlander has 107. So Swaxon, in theory, could maybe get that second place, but he would need a lot of things, like
Yeah,
winning and Miko being probably fifth or sixth, even.
yeah. I think that what Leo should have done is not making Miko go with these four teams for riders because now Miko
Okay,
is going to take a lot of points on these OR. This should have been marking Miko at least because because
Correction for
not because
sorry to
yeah
interrupt you, Grassy. Small correction for Group B. There was a miscount in points. Holy Coals did not have 110 as previously stated. So quick update: Joe Whiteley still 273, Mendes still 176, Tuanu Third still 162, then Ibra 112. Holy Coals fifth with 100 and not 110. So 12 points behind Ibra, and then Kingmaker is 684. We have the KOM.
yeah and it's going to be T2 taking points. But
yeah, I
as I
think
was
so.
saying,
T2
okay, it's still longer. It's still 1 kilometers. Yeah, I was saying Leo should have waited, should have gone with Miko because actually, obviously, Miko is going to take so many points. This is a block by T2, by the way. Um, yeah, he's going to take so much point, and Leo actually needs point to overtake Swagson, and he's actually don't getting any. So maybe it can be that Leo is going to attack later on the stage, maybe on Bonnet. But I think the later he goes, the more
The
probably
worst, yeah.
he's going to be followed by Baso, which
uh,
isn't usually a good thing because Baso obviously rightfully doesn't do gifts to the opponents,
yeah,
which
I
is a good
mean,
thing.
I'm definitely not pacing right now. Like it's, I don't
Yeah,
want to get
it's
involved in the battle basically. Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I'm pacing 10 in the downhill, but it's not like I don't help anyone by doing that. I just maintain a little bit
No,
of
yeah.
pace.
Yeah, just to keep riders ahead on a distance. Now, okay, what's happening?
Okay, I
Oh
mean,
right,
I'm
I
not sure
completely
why.
forgot. Completely forgot. Sorry to interrupt. We moved to Group B. We had also a controversial situation in Group A. A possible for 6 from T2 on Bonnet. in a world championship, obviously I always like to be a fucking cunt because controversy creates cash and ratings. In a World Cup where stupid precedents were set, perhaps this isn't the best gameplay, even when people are not guilty of it. I'm not going to analyze the case. That will be up to the jury. I have no opinion on that. We go to Group B.
Here we are in Group B with Joe Whiteley out in front with 3 riders ahead of 2 of Kingmaker. Kingmaker needs points here on this final uh, climb in the middle of the stage here, La Bonette, but Joe Whiteley also needs to guarantee himself some points. Tuanu attacking here to bridge the gap. Mendez realizing he should pay attention to the Ecuadorian jerseys, and Ibra following as well.
For Kingmaker, I see that he is going full speed ahead with Godou. Is that Christopher Froome for Joe?
It is Chris Froome for Joe. The group you see on the screen now is all of the important riders. That's 4 for Ibra,
Back to you in a few
3 for the
seconds. We go back
Romanians.
to A for the intermediate sprint. So Sean, we'll be right back.
Understood.
I'm
Take your
I'm honestly not sure why they stopped pacing altogether.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Leo should actually go for points here because
yeah,
if he
because the
wants
the
to,
the longer he waits, the better for Swaxon right now.
yeah,
Yeah, it's becoming
Like I said,
complicated for Leo. I don't know
like
why he's being so uh, averse to risking at this point.
yeah, like
Miko goes for
I'm
points
not
and he's
gonna help
getting
anyone, so yes.
Miko one, two,
That's
three.
fair enough. Miko will do the 1, 2, 3, and T2 brother of Tuanu and Yanu will do fourth, and I think Snake takes the remaining positions. I don't know how many count. And Leo Falandri comes afterwards. So we're gonna move back to Sean and Group B.
Fuck, I probably lose first place in the group like this, but ah, it's I can't really pace here either. Like it's
Sean
not
Cole,
my
can you hear us?
responsibility.
Finally, Leo is awake now, but he has
Oh,
to recover.
all right. It seems that we stay in A because our director is bipolar.
Our
I wonder
director is
So,
bipolar.
if I attack with the
uh,
82 mountain, what would happen?
no, because he keeps
Uh,
calling changes like seconds in between and then reverses them. It's getting complicated. We are back in Group A.
Yeah, we're following. T2 is actually working. This is right because actually, I think T2, if he wants a chance, he has to win the stage. So actually, making Leo go and getting points is bad also for him because obviously, I think this is going to become all versus all. To be honest, I don't see in a good position Zwegson either because Wexon, okay, he took some points on Cold Dizard, but yeah, isn't getting much of the stage until now.
You see that? You can
Now
really
the group
this
broke.
is
This is a good move by Baz, I think.
number of riders left behind.
Yeah, I try to press on a little bit just to see what happens, but it's probably gonna get brought back. Yeah, exactly.
Um,
I-
And it is
Leo
brought
hasn't
back as
the
we
leader
speak.
ahead,
Leo
and the
is
climb to
actually
Cold D'ivoire is
moving
still
now.
long. Yeah, he has to do, but obviously
But
he's keeping the leader behind because that's
he
no
is.
use in this stage of attacking from so far on.
So let's see if he will actually fight for these points because Swaxon is moving ahead with Gegenhardt and someone else. No gap yet, and now there is a small gap.
Okay, this is a good move by Swagson because he actually went effortlessly.
We
He
are
isn't
back in
so
Group B with
convinced.
Sean. Sorry to interrupt.
That is a fact, but he also has to waste energy at the front when it's flat, so
It
he
is
also probably.
Zadan attacking by Ibra joining 20 as well, but I have no idea who it is, and there's 4 meters to go. All right,
And
Emma, I got you.
yes,
Sean,
we've got
welcome.
just about 2 kilometers to go to the finish here. Tuanu looking in good shape, but with Ibra's rider attacking to him now, they've got just over 1 kilometer to go before the KOM.
I see leaders at the front, so I assume that this race has been tremendously fought for. I mean, yes, there's only less than 60 kilometers ahead, but I see what seems to be a lot of separation on the road. Can you confirm?
It has been a battle, and this will be down just to about 1 rider each. Looks like Ibra may have just taken it in front of Mendez at the top there. Mendez with the what in the chat. So let's see what the top of the climb says. Yes, Ibra with 15, Mendez 10, Tuanu 7, for
Tremendous
Holy
fight
Schools
between
5.
these two, specifically Twiner and Ibra. My question is, how will their riders be for the ending? You that have been watching,
It,
Sean.
they look like they're going to struggle. Tuanu has been alone for a while. Joe is off the back here, though. Joe does need to score at least some points at the finish. So, it has been a battle. Hulipool is looking to get his domestique back as well. Could be a very important addition for him in this flat.
This scenario is complicated, and meanwhile, thank you, Sean. We'll move back to the center court and see what's going on there.
It seems like T2 took. I think
Yeah,
he
the two
actually
took
didn't want
the
to.
KOM.
Yeah, he
No,
didn't
I
want
think
to do it as well.
okay. Zwegson was third and Leo was fourth and fifth, but actually Leo is moving with these helpers because I think he has the leader here. Yeah, the leader and
All
Foss
right.
here.
I'm going to ask Emea for a TG when the final climb begins on B, and in the meantime, we will be staying here for until that happens. All right, so trying to see who's where since our last visit. I see Leo is trying to move with his helpers, I believe. I am not sure.
Yeah, it does look like it. It's 45
everyone
seconds.
relax.
Snake is at the front. I think I have the clearest view of it right now. If if you want to, I can
Yes,
comment.
yes, please.
So we have Swaxon and Leo taking turns behind. I'm just sitting on their wheels right now. Like I'm not
Who
gonna
is ahead?
interfere.
Emea. Can you go ahead to see? Okay,
It's
Leo has
Snake,
attacked.
Snake and T2 with 82 mountains,
Okay.
whereas Leo only has the 78 and the Puncher, I think. Yeah, Puncher or Philippe. So yeah, now they fully stopped. I'm just gonna attack. Fuck it.
No,
If
I
they
don't
let
think
me.
it's a good idea.
Whenever the next
It's
generation of
5
PCM
kilometers to
players
go still.
wants to know how this stage
So
ended
annoying.
this way, we're always going to
So
have the
annoying.
fuck it as the big reason, and not a bad one necessarily, actually.
Leo is
Yeah,
actually
I
working
try.
here because yeah,
Like
it was like the most
it,
not
it was
use the
a
full attack
it was
of
a
the history of PCM because actually Zwegson and now you should attack, but it's going to be closed because they're pacing. Because obviously now Leo and Zwegson are pacing for their common objective, their common goal. Even if yeah, I mean they're not working that much because they know there is only one last place for them. By the way,
I mean, Swaxon
Miko is
doesn't
going to
really need to
become
work.
world champions. Mark my words on this.
I think everyone has already is a strong possibility given how he is very strong on this year's meta of the game.
Yeah, I think he's going to be even more strong next year with the game dynamics that they actually told us about.
We shall see. The reign of Miko may be about to start, but for now, we still want to see who are the three finalists from here as well.
Yeah, Zwegson actually stopped pacing, and now I think ahead they can gain, but obviously climb to La Bonnette is very long, which means it's going to be nothing is going to be decided. 3-0 Atalanta, and Europa
Guys,
League is
quick
going to
move
be
to what? Sorry, what?
Lukman. A hat trick by Lukman. Atalanta 3, Bayer Leverkusen 0.
Mother
first
effers.
Leverkusen, first
Can't
loss for Leverkusen in the season.
Can't Leverkusen win
Yeah.
the only game I wanted
And
them to win this season? Wow.
yeah, in the when it actually mattered the most.
Wow.
Ademola
also
Ademola
means-
Lukman. Ademola Lukman,
Uh,
what's a player?
Well, we move
What's a
back to Group
goal?
B because we are in final climb mode. Sean, to us. Sean, talk to us. Sean, welcome back. We are in final climb mode. What is the situation here in Group B?
So we've got 3 riders now up in front. That is Huli Cools, Mendez, and Ibra. Ibra having used what it looks like a lot of red to catch this group. Now we've got the other 3 here in the back: Kingmaker, Twanu, and Joe Whiteley. We've got just over 10 kilometers to go. Joe playing this one slow, it looks like, hoping to keep energy for the finish. And
Perhaps that is his last shot at the stage.
indeed, they are now all back together
This climb
with
features some
just
dreadful percentages.
over 9 kilometers. But
And then there were 6. Oh, Holy Cool's moving.
Huli Cools is indeed moving. He knows that a top stage result is crucial for him, and Mendez, wanting to protect his qualification spot, is sat on the wheel, not letting him go. But there goes Froome.
Decides against it. Let's see if he continues on. We might try here, but I think he and Twanu will manage to keep up for now.
Indeed.
Not sure what this represents for the guys, both the guys. Particularly, I think it was Twanu and Ibra that were fighting for the third place, but they're definitely at risk of not winning the stage. So I don't know how that looks for them.
Yeah, Ibra needs to really just go with the front if he has any energy. But now that Twanu's going, he's going to have to follow Joe, connecting up to the front group as well. Kingmaker should be out of it given his lack of points throughout the stage, but all 6 are together again under the 5-kilometer banner.
A lot of pressure here for the guys fighting for third place because their energy will not be as good as they would like. And Mendes and I think it's really cool. Again, forcing the gap.
And Huli Cools can steal that 3rd place from Ibra and Twanu with good results here. He's been nickel and diming points, not necessarily the top points, but he should be in good shape. Ibra, if he sprints from this group, might be able to do this if Twanu is in 6th place at the finish line.
It is
But
not
it'll come
looking
down
out of the realm of possibilities for Huli then.
with the win. Huli Cools, I believe, should be going through, but it's gonna be tight. And we should follow.
France is now supporting. Take us to the front. France is now supporting Huli Cools as things around. It's Mendes getting the gap, trying to get the gap.
500 meters to go. Huli Cools will need to sprint. Huli Cools with not much energy, coming a little bit faster, but it should be Mendez. It should be Mendez, but let's see what happens in the sprint. It is Mendez beating Huli Cools after the slow-mo finish there. Let's see, will Joe be able to get to the finish? Will it be Ibra? Will it be Twanu? Will it be Kingmaker? It's Twanu, followed by George Whiteley, Joe Whiteley, and Ibra, followed by Kingmaker in 6th. Those are the points there.
Twanu should secure his third spot then as we move back to Group A. Keep us updated on standings, Sean, and thank you.
Yeah, Martinez is going to pass first on La Bonnette, and Leo actually ahead of Svensson. Bazo is in trouble now. He's the only one dropped, but he's going to come
Not
back.
really. Not really. Yeah, it's just that the lobby plays like I'm the one that has to pace, not them. So I'm not gonna pace against people who attack. Like, if they don't let me attack, then I'm not gonna help them. Like, it's
I see
Yeah, I
Snake
mean
at the
now you
front. Who's
shouldn't.
on E2?
Yeah, now I think I think that Snake and
Braxton
yeah,
attacking.
Zwagson is doing the only thing he actually can do because well, Miko and Baso obviously don't need to work.
Hesitation there from Leo. Let's see if
I mean,
I
why does
mean, they
Miko
could
think that
act.
we are? Jesus, this is so annoying.
I mean, the fact is, actually, if you have to play for the win, you should actually try to place. But okay, Leo was waiting for his helper.
Yeah, that makes sense, but man, I don't really like the way the lobby is playing right now. Like, nobody should care about me. It's like, don't even notice me. I'm not there.
and Eme, if we could see the guys in front for just a quick second. I see Snake who's okay, Ballet from T2, thank you. And now Leo Falandri waited for his helper making the move. Miko following, Basso a bit behind, not disturbing for him. He's pretty much qualified at this one and he's about to reconnect.
And now Leo goes.
And
Don't
Swaxton knows he
expect
has
me
to
to
follow.
base this. Oh my god.
And now Basso about to rejoin with the front group.
What? Okay, fuck it.
And so
Yeah,
now everyone is back.
watch them. Don't let me attack. Uh,
Well,
wait a second.
I wouldn't blame them for that because there's still a couple of guys there
Yeah,
fighting, and they
they
would
need
need
to
the
make
best
points.
score
They
possible.
actually need.
A small group of riders are
Actually, Leo went trying to. He tried to. I don't know what's the word, but he faked
Bait?
the attack. Yeah, he
Yeah,
faked the
bait.
attack. But now Foss is wasting energies. I mean,
Compromising a bit
not
the
that.
one-man advantage that he had.
I mean, not that he's going to be so much worth on the final climb, but since well, the start of the last climb is very hard. So, and there is an attack, and it's Leo that's going, and Miko actually follows him. This is useless by Miko, I think. This is actually useful by Miko because useless by Miko because he doesn't need
And
to
Leo
win.
continues to go.
And now this is the right move. And now it should be Swagson.
And it's Snake trying to bridge to him, and where is Swagston? And
Yeah,
I
now
forget who's
Leo
fighting with.
obviously.
It's Leo.
Well, Foss is dead. Isn't going to be much of an help.
I mean, don't expect me
True.
to help here. Like, what the fuck is their problem? I'm sorry, but
Um,
And
now attacking the final climb.
final climb begins. Isola, almost 2 kilometers of altitude, 16.1 kilometers at 6.9%,
this is the
1976 meters of
steepest part.
altitude.
Riders have just passed the 50
Indeed.
kilometer stop sign.
And now this is the place to try and catch up to Leo. There, Swaxon is running out of time. He's making that move. With keeping Foss for so long, this might have been.
And
Sorry, I'm
big
getting.
effort by Swagson here. Big effort.
Confirmed standings very quickly of Group B. Joe Whiteley wins the group 318 points. Mendes second, 314. Banu third, as we had said, 246. Huli equals fourth, 206. Eber fifth, 195. Kingmaker remains in the mud, sixth place, 107 points. Back to center court for the final kilometers of the race. Take us to the front. I'm going to take us to the front. Leo,
Yeah.
Flandry, Swaxon, and Snake.
Leo is spending a
Now,
lot as it is now. T2 is actually working hard, and I think now Miko and Basso in the end. And
I know,
T2,
but
yeah, what a move by T2 here. This was the right move. And Leo and Zwegzen against each other again. Now they're just marking. If I was Basso, I would go now. No, I'm joking, Basso. I'm joking. Okay, he's going
I
for
have
shit.
to quickly relook at the
Yeah,
standings we
but
had
this
before
is what
this.
happens. I can't even get a gap because everyone just directly follows me. So
Yeah, I mean, that's not, I think it's not directly you, but the fact that
It's
you're
they need
going
a
to
lot of
take
points.
away points. Yeah, they need
yeah,
points, so
yeah.
that's the
I mean,
more.
I'm not gonna pace for Leo or Swaxon here. Like I'm gonna let them do the pace if they want to because they need to catch
Leo
T2.
Leo knows he needs to finish ahead of Swaxon, and he preferably needs someone else as well to finish ahead of Swaxon unless he directly wins. So let's see.
I mean, he could
Swaxon
always
following
carry
Now
Leo.
Leo.
Leo,
He apparently doesn't want to do that. So meh.
Swaxon following Leo like a hound dog, but T2 is there as well, and it's Basso trying to play catch up to them in the final 6.5 kilometers. Leo Flandry giving everything he has. Swaxon and T2
I'm gonna.
are letting him have a gap.
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm
Leo
just a bit
actually,
pissed at the lobby right now.
yeah, I mean, at least you're already qualified, so you didn't have to try to get the desperate points right now.
Yeah,
But
because I
If
yeah,
Swagson decides not to chase, the second place, depending on the intermediates, might still be enough for him. Let's see if he plays it cold or if he's cold as ice or if he still tries to catch up to Leo here.
I think in the final they can actually recover a lot of gap of the gap they actually have because the climb is all a rat climb as I said it's less than 6%. So
But it's
now
1 minute. It's
Miko,
looking good for Leo.
yeah, now Miko doing this constant pace, which isn't really a pace, is going to be a problem for Leo because he actually kept him at
But
striking distance. I think. Let's see. The gap is
Leo
decreasing
still
fast
has
right now, but
a
maybe
minute.
Leo has it.
1 minute. Leo seems to have it. Now it's up to the others to fight for the second place. Unless he breaks down, he should have. Let's see.
Yeah,
Gap falling
Leo
now.
actually is winning the stage, and let's see what's going to happen for the second place.
It's taking the stage. He might be taking qualification with him. No one sees
Super
Leo's
deserved.
gonna take the stage. Now let's see T2, Snake, T2 and Snake fighting for the second place.
It's
Waxon is
Snake.
out in the front round. And Snake
Yeah,
is going to take the second place. Basso is going to take the third. T2 is going to take the fourth. Miko's going to take the fifth. Swaxon is in the mud. And that's all she wrote for Swaxon's hopes and dreams of qualifying. Leo Falandri will indeed secure the third place with this win. And a quick look at classification. T2 and Snake should still be out. So I think the only big change here should be the qualification of Leo Falandri that moves ahead of Swagson. Deserved move from Leo, says Grassi. I agree. He actually fought as hard as he could for this and managed to secure a win, and even better to get Swagson way behind him.
I mean, it's such an annoying lobby in this in the last stage. Just let me attack. I'm fucking shit. Yeah, I mean I get it, but still, I didn't have fun.
Well,
Hey,
with this, Leo ended up playing it perfectly well because he manages to qualify in the final stage with the final result of the final stage after taking so many, let's call it unnecessary risks, where it seemed he was out of it and not fighting for the points, but his high risk and high reward strategy ended up paying off. Guys, we're going to move to interviews and see if someone wants to speak, and when we are there, we will indeed review the standings. Wait for what? Ah, for points. Yeah, I was gonna say we can review those in the interviews while we wait for people to join to see if they join. So move me there when you can, Emil. Alright, here I am trying to invite Basso, and Basso, his invite has been sent. To join us, Basso, when you can. And we will wait before we hear anyone a few seconds as we are waiting for the confirmation of the standings. Then we have Tuanu, we have Basso, we're going to hear them in a small moment. I believe that they were talking about some possible beef in the lobby. If we have time, we will dissect that. But before we open the interviews for the two guys we already have here, we are waiting for the official confirmation of the standings that uh, should see Basso, Daniel Miko, and now Leo Falandri qualifying for the final. They are joining Joe Whiteley, Mendes, and Tuanu. So we're waiting just for the points to be tallied. And we also will have Daniel Miko here. We're waiting for the points. Guys, don't go anywhere. We will hear you as soon as possible. And quick look at the outcome of the third stage. We already know that Leo should be passing. I believe he should still be third, uh, despite the not so good results for Miko in the third stage. Miko should continue to advance as second place of the group. Uh, any? Yes, someone was speaking.
What talk? I will. Sorry.
We wait for
Uh,
the standings, and we will talk with you in a very brief moment.
yeah, don't worry.
I'm keeping an eye here right now on both channels, and we should have. Snake is explaining why he didn't just let Basso attack because they all needed to win.
Yeah, I mean, I'm partly joking, but still.
Swags saying he was helped by his friends. We're waiting. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're still waiting for the standings. And after that, we will also reveal the parcours for the final. After the interviews, we'll be doing that about the parcours. No. We'll be doing interviews first because people are here waiting to talk. And first, we're gonna see the standings. Then we're gonna hear people. Then we're gonna see parcours. If they want to comment after that, it will be fine and perfect. Okay, final standings. Group A, here we go. Basso, 330 points, taking the win of the group as expected. Daniel Miko, as I said, still does a comfortable second place, 293 points as expected. Leo Falandio with that win qualifies as the third finalist, 233 points after a great final stage from him. Snake is fourth, 190. T2 is fifth, 189. Swaxon in the mud, 164. Sixth place, not qualified. Just like Snake and T2 are not qualified, but 2 out of 4 Frenches advanced. And we're going to hear, first of all, we're going to hear Planu, and then Vaso, and then Miko, by the order that I recall that they were here. Planu, welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the
That
chat.
was that was a tough battle with you in that final stage for the qualification. As you succeed, what are your feelings? How was that stage for you? Explain us a little bit of what was going on there for you.
The last stage was very difficult to manage for me. I panic a lot, and I really try to follow everyone that was dangerous for me, and also Joe Whiteley tried to attack by far with King in the wheel, so it was very difficult because I had to focus also a bit on Kingmaker as he wasn't that far from me in point classification. I I try my best in that stage, but I really don't feel comfortable with that stage, and I finished third, but it was really close sprint with Joe and Ibra, so I I'm very happy to go in final. I will say I'm coming back in inline final 2 years after the last one, so I really
What are
love
the
it.
expectations for the final this time for you?
This time I will try my best to get a medal as 3 years ago, but the fight will be very difficult as in the other group we have very strong players that qualify same as in mine. I believe I'm coming in that final as an underdog.
All right, Twanu, do you still have other events left for you? I don't remember on the top of my head.
Not really. No, I
So this is
focus.
this is your last big moment, your chance. So I'm assuming you're gonna fight with everything you have to. Like you said, the goal is to try and have a medal here, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I would try my best to finish the World Cup with the best
With the best
way.
outcome. Well, you actually already guaranteed a ticket for literally the final day of the World Cup, so that's awesome. I hope that you have a great final. Best of luck to you, and I hope to see you sooner rather than later back in the booth in some of the days you might that you will not be playing. So best of luck, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you, and we move to Basso as I promised. Basso, welcome.
Hi there. How's it going?
Commanding performance there in the final stage. You could afford to take your foot off of the gas for a little bit. But the first question I have for you is actually from Emir. Shoot, Emir, so I can ask.
Uh, okay, I'm listening.
You could have fucked Leo Falanvi chasing him in the final of the stage, and you didn't, and you get him in the final. What if he wins the actual final? Asks Emir.
Yeah,
All of this
it's my
is a quote.
yeah, yeah. I guess it's my fault then, but I want the best. Like, I want the players who play the best in the round to pass. Basically, like, well, most of first of all, I don't even care. It's not like I redded him for half of the stage. He had to pace with me in his wheel for a lot. Then he attacked. I'm not gonna pace those attacks. Neither when Swaxon attack, I also didn't pace him. When they joined me, I stopped pacing. It was like I try to let them battle it out. It's just sometimes impossible to be
Yeah, as a
fully impartial. Like
Yeah,
you
as a
saw it. It
participant,
was
as a participant of the lobby, you also have to be obviously looking out for your interests. But at any point, did you realize that that was a possibility? As Emil said, that you could have tried to take him out, or was it something you were worried about even?
I honestly thought about that after first stage, especially. I was like, yeah, Leo in six. It's like that would be pretty nice, but I didn't do anything about it. Like the worst quote unquote I did was that I ratted him when I had a big points advantage on him. But like
Pro
that's
Cycling
logical.
Manager,
Like
ratting is the name of the game, so I don't think anyone can blame you for that. It was logical given
yeah,
the context.
yeah.
All right, boss. So
So
I
I
think
mean,
this is three
deserved
out
by
of
him.
three for you, right?
Yep. 5 out of 5.
Oh,
When you
yes,
consider
that's even
TTs. Well,
better.
TTs are not
Yeah, yeah,
road, but you get what I mean. And
yeah. But
5 out of 5 on team road as well. So it's a 10 out of 10 on road.
how many medals from those 10? How many gold medals are you hoping for?
10.
How many gold medals from those 10 that you're hoping for are you predicting that are very, very feasible?
Uh, let's say 3, 4.
All right.
Like the feasible, not likely, but feasible. I would say. The rest
Uh,
is
would you say that most of them you hope them to be in solo, or you still are looking for that glory that might be just around the corner right now?
Yeah, I have plenty of opportunities. So I just hope I don't choke. I have 7 solo finals and 18 finals or 9. Well, I won't play Karen, of course, but Team Karen, I mean, but it counts since we're a team. So yeah, so it could
Yeah,
be a
yeah,
total of
absolutely.
16. Could be a total of 16 finals out of 24, which could be
Wow,
pretty cool, I think.
impressive numbers. And the big question for you, if you finally break the curse, it is looking very likely that happens. What will be your goals for the post-curse boss? So still planning to play some more World Cups, hopefully?
I might do a Miru arc. by only signing up for solo track the next year or something like that. Because like looking at the news from the PCM headquarters and the plans they have for PCM 24, I am not in agreement with that. So yeah, I'll see if
As
I
it
play,
is
but
mostly usual this time of the year, there's always low expectations when we look at those features as multiplayers. So,
yeah, especially
uh,
the ghosting in the last 5 kilometers. That's absurd.
yeah, it's
But
just
yeah, I'm listening.
no, no, no. I have no comments to make, given that, ladies and gentlemen, we are sponsored by Cyanide and Narcon. Get Pro Cycling Manager 2024, June 6th, on a digital platform near you, Tour de France 2024 as well. Best game ever, no flaws. But what Basso said is very important, and keep in mind that as well. As I was saying to Basso, best of luck for his 252 finals. I hope he wins. All the glory he's looking for, boss. So best of luck, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, thank you. I wish we get to hear the Slovak anthem at least once. That would be
All
pretty
right.
cool.
Thank you so
Anyway,
much, also. And I think we move to, as the order was set, Daniel Miko. Daniel, are you still here?
Hey. Okay.
Uh,
Hello.
as I see that there's some specific people being pricks in the chat, pricks, but I'm not going to mention names because I'm just speaking generally. Trying to take advantage of heat of the moment. Miko, that was an interesting final from you. You seem to have it semi-final. Sorry, you seem to have it secured in the first two stages. Third was more about controlling, and people are already saying that the beginning of your reign of terror is about to come. Do you think you can become a multi-time world champion this season?
Well, well. At the moment, the goal today was to pass this group. It was an hard group today with Leo, Basso, Swaxon, and Snake. Well, after the first stage, my strategy was to play King of Mountain points and intermediate sprint. Then players let me this for free, so that was 3 points. So was really good thanks to Basso. Not contesting this.
Do you think that you did enough to deserve that net of safety for the final stage where it seemed you already had everything looking good for the final?
Yes, because last stage I played to take first King of Mountain points, then intermediate sprint where I did 1, 2, and 4, so was big points. So I think
Emea
I
has
deserve
a
this.
very sorry to interrupt you. Emea has a very important question for you before I
Okay.
forget, and then we can go back to what you were saying. He wants to ask you if you agree today with his famous sound of "Okay, this lobby is fucking bullshit."
Okay, this lobby is fucking bullshit, bro.
Do you think it was bullshit or was it a good lobby? What's your thoughts?
Well, this today was okay. I don't know what to think about the third stage, but I think Swaxon will do an appeal, then we will see what happened.
All right, I'm not going to comment on the disciplinary decisions. You were saying that you think you did enough to you be more comfortable in that third stage. What's the goal for the final? What's the game plan? Do you want to
Well,
try and take as many points as possible and win right from the start?
well. It will be my second World Final after Tour because this is my first World Cup finals. My goals will be to play for the win, even if it will be hard. I will not wait because that's stupid for me. I can't. So I'll play King of Mountain and Ultimate Sprint and the rest when I can to win this.
What's the difference between this, the World Championship final that you say you might not play to win or might not have that big of a chance, and the
I will
Champions
play
League where
to
you
win.
actually dominated?
Well, the Champions League final was already really strong with Basso and Joe, if I remember. So it will be fun, I think, I hope. And I will try to do my best.
And it will be fun, and we won't cry. Is that correct?
No, play for fun and not cry.
All right, I think so as well. How many finals do you have out of the big three disciplines, Daniel?
Uh, Tour and inline, yes.
So that's two possibilities for you to get that gold medal. Will the world end if you actually win one of those disciplines or even two?
I will be happy.
All right, Miko, congratulations on two more finals. Best of luck, man, and I hope everything goes well. Thank you for being here.
See you later.
And
Bye.
see you later. Let's see who we still have left. Now turning attention to my screen. And it says that we still have Joseph Whiteley. Welcome.
Yo.
Impressive outcome. You managed to win your group and secure your first final of the main three disciplines and the only one. How was the lobby? What was the feeling? What are your thoughts on your group?
It's a strong lobby, to be fair. I mean, semi-final inline, it's probably the most truthful event. So, chance of having a better lobby is going to be, I would say, more likely. It did get off to a good start in stage one, and then I kind of just played it after that. Tried to win the other two stages, I guess.
There was you ended up, I think it was being fourth on that final stage. It wasn't the outcome wasn't needed for you to get a win out of it. Were you more relaxed at that point, knowing that you had less pressure for that final stage?
I mean, I was already through, but I still wanted to win the stage just because I feel like that's kind of like that's kind of what you do, isn't it? You go for the win. But I was the only one. I think Hoolicles also got the rider, the 77 over the last climb. I waited for him, but yeah, I tried to wait until the descent was finished to try attack, but the other players, I think it was Twanu and I think Ibra as well, and I think it was Kingmaker. Yeah, Kingmaker. Every time I attacked, they were straight onto it, so I had no chance really of getting away on the flat, which is what I planned to do. Because I think if you get away on the flat, they're all isolated. They're not going to work with each other. So I tried to attack them like 3 or 4 times in the descent. Didn't work. Got onto the climb. I still had a little bit of energy on the domestic. Tried to attack them again. They played the stage well. Ibra, Twanu, Kingmaker. Well, I wouldn't say too much about Kingmaker because his gameplay with Hooli tonight was a bit sus, but we move. But yeah, I think Ibra and Twanu, I think they must have been locked in some type of battle, I guess, for third
Or indeed
place.
for third place, yes.
I mean, to be fair, I was kind of expecting once I got the gap, they wouldn't chase me, but their reactions were lightning quick. So fair play to them. I can't criticize them because both Ibra and Twanu played quite well tonight. And then I think it was Mendes. He latched onto the wheel of Hooli on the flat. And then yeah, them two battled it out for the win.
Joe, looking into the final, and you actually managed to punch your ticket to the most prestigious one as well, as I was saying to Tuanu as well. You have as opponents Basso, Miko, Leo, Mendes, and Tuanu. What are your expectations realistically?
I mean, I'd have to actually double check the park. No joke, I have forgot. It is.
Well, I'm glad you actually mentioned it because
Uh,
as we speak, we are going to be revealing the parkour for the final, so take us through it.
I'm trying to find it now.
And as soon as you can reveal it on stream, and we're as soon as
I
Joe has
think I
his.
remember. I remember one of the stages, but I don't remember.
Well, you can always look at the IMA stream.
Let me get the stream. Oh yeah. I remember.
All right, talk us through.
Stage one. What is that? Stage 9 of the 2014 Tour de France, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, it was probably won by a breakaway. I think this would be interesting. Wonder if anyone goes to the 77 sprint. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't really care. A few categorized climbs, an intermediate sprint. It's not a really long stage, which is on the contrary to stage 2, which is a very long stage. It's a very nice stage, stage 2. Lots of KOMs, although very low rated. So that'll be interesting. 2 intermediate sprints, a few cobble sectors, a slight uphill finish, and then stage 4, Montes on Colan, which is followed, or should I say, comes after the Monte Costas, I believe. I think this was used in the 2011 Giro stage. I don't know, 14 or something probably. Yeah,
So
that
you,
will be the last stage of the World Championships as well. So I think it's quite a nice one to finish on. It's always pretty chaotic. So you say
about
your mic is
what's your
disconnected.
possible expectation? Fine,
My
Joe.
expectations, I don't know. To be fair, I think there's a lot. With it being the last event, I think there's a lot still to play in the World Championships that could definitely affect the way it's played. I'm sure Leo and Basso will be wanting to definitely do well. Miko, as we heard already, probably will play the KOMs. Twanu probably likely play the KOMs as well. And Mendes, he could cause an upset. Definitely, I think there's that that is a final worthy six final worthy players. Unlike we could argue with classics where, well, I think Basso would probably agree with me. Maybe it's not a final worthy
Speaking of
classics, but
Basso, join us in your reactions of the parkour, Basso.
Oh, my mic was turned off the whole time.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Anyway, yeah. So I wanted to state my opinion on the final, but I just thought you ignored me, or
No, no, no.
but
We actually want to hear it.
yeah, yeah. That was kind of embarrassing. Anyway, uh, yeah, I'm excited to see stage two. Mm, stage three will be a classic. I mean, we've played it before, but it's always a good race, especially with the little bump before Paso Crostis. I think it's Paso Crostis, the first one. And yeah, like the stage one obviously will probably end up in a sprint. Like let's not pretend it's not going to, but I hope it's gonna be a sprint that rewards the good players that carry the best sprinter over the
I
climb.
wish that existed in this year's version of the game, but we shall see.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Like Joe said, classics are probably not a final worthy lobby, especially me and Joe. We bring the level down.
I think
But
Joe is definitely the most outrageous player in any final he is.
yeah, so anyway, jokes aside, I like the final lineup. If it had six like top players, it it would have meant that the races would be cagey. Whereas now with one or two players that will probably be the outsiders for the gold medal, they will attempt unorthodox tactics. So I'm looking forward to that definitely. And yeah, it's
Which
gonna
leads
be
me
the
to
final.
which leads me to a final important question for you. Out of all of your finals here, and particularly in solo, what's the most important for you? What's the one you're thinking? This one specifically is the one I would really like to win.
Inline. I already told Emea. It's probably a huge jinx, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't think I lost an inline round. Well, with the exception of Champions League final, but yeah, that was a technicality that wasn't.
Needed
Yeah, that
even.
was. Yeah, like you get what I'm trying to say.
I
Before.
do, because you already had
Yeah.
that final one. We all know how that went. Not necessarily saying I agree with it, but yeah, with the decision or not, I'm just saying that you actually had that one, so I
Yeah, I mean,
do understand.
yeah. So I haven't lost an inline round in 2024 yet. So
You're
would
hoping
be
to
pretty
repeat
sad
that.
if I lost it in the final.
All right, guys, for you both, best of luck in your future endeavors. Even though I'm not firing you, but best of luck in your future endeavors, and I hope to see you guys soon. I hope to see you both with in interviews of gold and celebration. Best of luck, and thank you for being here.
no problem. And yeah, I hope Joe you also get a few medals, but behind me obviously. But uh, a silver medal
Me-
would be
medals
pretty.
and medals at my age in these World Championships. I'll be
Yes, so good luck to
Okay.
you. Let's fight it out for the overall.
and yourself.
All right. Thank you, guys. Also, interviews. I hope to see you soon, as I said. A quick reminder that next 2 days we have tomorrow elimination final and points race final of team, and the day after, immediately May 24th, the TTT and ITT team finals. And from now on, every day gold medals, every day finals, every day decisions. So I want to thank Sean for being here, Francesco Grassi, Basso, that also helped commentate on that final stage. All the guys that came for interviews, to Anu, Miko, Joe, Basso as well. I don't think I forgot anyone. If I did, I do apologize, not on purpose. We'll see you on the next 2 days for more team finals or D team finals, a lot of them. And just a quick reminder that our next solo return will be in a Thursday, May 30th for points race final, scratch final, and elimination final. In the meantime, in between that, like I said, all the team finals. It will be after the 2 days I've mentioned. Sunday we have tour final for teams. Also for teams, classics final on Monday. Tuesday, Omnium and Karen, and Wednesday the team competition ends with the most prestigious final of them all, Inline. So best of luck to all of those participating. Thank you to Emma as well for yet another great stream. I am the biggest of all dogs. These will be the champions of the world. These are the world championships. Have a good night all.